The FCC has made it clear that the rollback of net neutrality will take effect officially on June 11th. We are now just days away from the official repeal of net neutrality. But thankfully, there are a lot of states taking bold action to protect net neutrality at the state level, and California is one of those states, and we've got some pretty good news on that front with regard to their bill. So according to Jacqueline Thompson of The Hill, the California Senate passed a bill Wednesday that would reinstate the net neutrality rules the Federal Communications Commission voted to repeal last year. State senators voted in favor of the bill 23-12, The Verge reported. The measure will now go to the state assembly. Under President Obama, our country was moving in the right direction on guaranteeing an open internet, but the Trump-led FCC pulled the rug out from under the American people by repealing net neutrality protections, Democratic Senator Scott Wiener said in a statement last month. Wiener wrote the net neutrality bill. In March, Washington became the first state to pass its own net neutrality rules following the FCC's repeal. However, the FCC included a provision in its repeal that blocks states from passing their own rules, setting the stage for a legal battle over the regulations. So again, in passing these laws at the state level, it's not a guarantee that they won't be struck down, but at the same time, you still have to do it. These states are taking action, and they are protecting their residents from the harmful new policies that these ISPs are going to roll out. It's not going to be immediate right after net neutrality is repealed. It will be subtle, but we will see a lot less freedom on the internet because these ISPs, they stand to gain a lot with the repeal of net neutrality. Now, Scott Wiener has been doing a lot to push for this bill. He authored it, and he's also working with lawmakers in New York to bring this bill to New York. So this is really someone who truly cares about net neutrality. So I don't know what his other politics are, but on this issue, he is 100% spot on. So if you live in the state of California, you know what you have to do. You've got to make some calls. You've got to make sure that individuals within California's state assembly pass this bill. I think it's probably going to pass, so you should probably make sure that you not only contact people in the state assembly, but you also put pressure on California Governor Jerry Brown to sign this bill into law in the event it does arrive at his desk. And it looks like that will in fact happen. My hopes is that this will be signed into law before the repeal of net neutrality officially takes effect. So this is really great news. It's a small update. It's going to be a really big victory once it actually is signed into law, but nonetheless, we've got to celebrate every little victory to keep the momentum going. You have yourself to thank because it's your activism that's keeping this on the agenda for lawmakers. So if you live in a state that doesn't have net neutrality protections, do yourself a favor. Give them a call, show up, and let them know that this is a really important issue, and net neutrality is going to be repealed, and they need to take action and represent you because your tax dollars fund them. It goes to their paycheck. So you're their boss. So act like it and tell them what you want. Make your opinion known.
Support this podcast by becoming a patron at patreon.com/Humanist Report.